go straight. I'm almost look at this. What is this? This is a cave here. This looks like a cave. Huh.
It's remix music of Splash Hill Zone. Let's do this. I am fucking Sonic, and you can't fuck with me, yeah. I am a fucking hedgehog, and I have spikes on my back. Oh shit! I am fucking Sonic, and you can't fuck with me, yeah. I am a fucking hedgehog, and I have spikes on my back. Oh shit! Super fucking speed boost! Super boost! I had a seizure! Woo! Fuck you and fuck your mother. Super boosters, your sister and your brother. Get the fuck out of my way, I'm a hedgehog. So fuck you and fuck your mother. Super boosters, your sister and your brother. Get the fuck out of my way, I'm a hedgehog. So fuck you. Here we go. Now fuck you. No. I am fucking Sonic, and you can't fuck with me, yeah. I am a fucking hedgehog, and I have spikes on my back. Oh shit! I am fucking Sonic, and you can't fuck with me, yeah. I am a fucking hedgehog, and I have spikes on my back. Oh shit! Here we go. Now fuck you.
If I could get down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera, I would do it. All right, so Gabe Horn is awesome.
What you have is nothing more than a system of wires and circuits. It can show feelings only to the extent of which you program it to. It will be your friend, no more than the table you built it on.
Tiger, tiger, row, 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 tiger, row, row. Thanks, Derek. I appreciate that. don't have money to do it. I 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 need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. So if you're gonna be an asshole, you're gonna be treated like an asshole. You're gonna be shown the door. What's with the box? What's with the box? YouTube mode on. Meow.
They said to wait for the right time, and I think tonight might just be right. I know you want to do it too, so bring your courage, there's no rules. Don't be scared, just trust me, take my hand and get ready to smile.
You're supposed to be following the game, following the fun gameplay, and chilling and relaxing with me.
This dream forever. Just in this dream
What do I do?
just
Why are you an idiot if you don't agree? Because when you have factual evidence of something constantly thrown in front of your face and you ignore it and choose to believe something else, you're an idiot.
just enjoy, take my advice. You say that you love it and you're okay, but I know better and you're afraid.
Fun.
Have no shame.
Oh no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. You are fucked. Let this be noticed live on the internet. You're fucked. And you are done.
Just in this dream forever.
There's a sick motherfucker on the internet called Super Hound, whatever the fuck this idiot's name is. It's Tevin's fault. Oh no, someone's illegally restreaming you. Oh no. the best way to help me out right now, contribute, is by tipping me, because right now I'm really in a bad situation financially. So all your tips are going straight to Bill.
And I'll be honest with you, I've been taking back bit by bit like a retro game.
Tiger,
Pain corner booth as you lick my face. Do you got no shame on you as you grip my thighs and you gently rocking me side to side? Then you bite my ear, do that thing I like, and then you whisper into it that I'm just your type. I'm fully yours when you grip my thighs and you gently rocking me side to side. Then you bite my ear, do that thing I like, and then you whisper into it that I'm just your type. There you go so low, just to get me high. Don't act like you don't know.
I hate my job.
Girl, you go so low, just to get me high. Don't act like you don't know. Alright, stop it. You're playing games with me just by the length of your dress. Yes, I'm attracted to the danger. I'd say a main game, maybe something like a Jenga, because I fall apart every time when I take her too close and she's already stacked, you know. I'm in the mousetrap, feeding for the cheese below. Find my queen Frostina atop a candy throne, but after all that sweet, I know the sour to follow. Close behind, and I guess the worst is I only had a couple nights I look back on as worth it. Unnerving when that side of you would get purchased. It took over and tore into my pride with a purpose. Then you're back at it and I grip your thighs and you gently rock me side to side, and you tell me that you're sorry and I give in with a side. This is one more night, just one last time. Girl, you go so low, just to get me high. Don't act like you don't know. Girl, you go so low, just to get me high. Don't act like you don't know. And now I'm slipping in a puddle of you, and when I look up from the ground I think you're looking kinda cute, till I spot a stream of steam wisping up from my boots, and I see I got a couple gaping holes in my shoes. Cause you're toxic, I should be nauseous, but instead I'm drawing right back to the caustic. Costly nights and the suicidal mornings, and I just roll my eyes like I read a stupid warning. And that's fitting, cause you're a bottle to me. I choke you down till I can barely breathe. I love the way you need to need me and grieve so easily. It's power and I long to feed. It's a sickness. What happened to your me? When did bliss turn loose? What happened to our we? What happened to this song? What happened to this song? What happened to this song? It's supposed to be happy. Girl, you go so low, just to get me high. Don't act like you don't know. Girl, you go so low, just to get me high. Don't act like you don't know.
to today's first of two gameplay streams. Today is Friday, the 18th of June, 2021. I am DSP, or Phil for short, and I welcome you here to a very fun, chill stream. It's the continuation of my third ever run through Fallout New Vegas. This one is very unique because, as you know, this time around, you guys voted for
The Ziggy Piggy is here.
wanted to see me many years later play it again. This time around with all of the
You're supposed
DLCs,
to be following the game,
including
following
the fun gameplay and chilling and
in the
relaxing with me.
playthrough.
And because I am now a full-time live streamer with an interactive audience, this playthrough has been a lot more chill and relaxing and fun, I feel, than maybe even the first two runs. Having that interactive aspect of being able to talk with you guys and have feedback during the live playthrough, especially for a game like this where I've played it before, so there's really no spoilers. Has definitely made this one of the more enjoyable games that I've been playing recently. In fact, I would go as far to say, I really look forward to playing more New Vegas every single stream.
laugh sounds like
And
ack,
think of it this way.
So when I laugh and I go,
At this point, we're approaching about 20 hours in Fallout New
Does that sound
Vegas.
like
I have not even hit the strip
No,
yet.
it sounds nothing like that
Okay?
at all.
That's how much content there is in this game. And, of course, the DLCs. It's going to be a lengthy playthrough, I get the feeling, which is perfectly fine. We are certainly in no rush. In fact, outside of Mario Golf Super Rush that's coming out next week, actually 1 week from today, there is not another new release coming out until the middle of July that I'm actually excited for. So that means we will have time to focus in on games like Fallout New Vegas quite a bit in the next, few weeks into the summer. July is a very slow month for game releases, so we should have a lot of time to focus in on the stuff we're doing. Okay? In particular, in regards to today and today's session, for those of you who have not been following along the playthrough, or maybe you just haven't caught up on the recent sessions, the last time around we went into Vault 22. This is the vault that is completely overrun with plant life and mutant mantises and bugs. So, had some fun tearing through that. I thought, the explosive run, it would actually end up being quite dangerous, but I have a chainsaw from killing the leader of the fiends, and I just used the chainsaw to chop through everything in this vault. Of course, now the chainsaw is dangerously low repair level. I need to go repair it somewhere. But, yeah, got through it pretty much easily, tore right through it. So, we're about to finish Vault 22. I think the last thing we have to do is talk to the ghoul that was stuck in there, and I think she tells you how to put the air filters in and basically clean out the vault. So, we're going to finish that. And then today, my plan is to do a DLC. Now, there are 4 DLCs for Fallout New Vegas. And each one basically has a various levels that it makes more sense for you to play them at. 2 of them are within my level range. One of them, I think it's called Honest Hearts, is for around levels 10 plus. I'm around level 15 right now. So there's one that's level 10 plus. There's another one called Old World Blues. That one's around level 15 plus. So it's kind of right in where I am. Then there's one, I believe it's called Dead Money. And that one you're supposed to be around level 20 plus. That's one of the harder ones. And then the last one is called Lonesome Road? Yes, Lonesome Road. And that one, they're expecting you to be like level 25 plus. Essentially, that one you're supposed to do around like end game content. Okay? So they're all pretty interesting and unique. And I was doing last night, I posted up on Twitter. And I said, hey, here's the listing of the DLCs. Which do you think I should do? And I got some responses. I didn't get a ton of responses, but I got a few responses. And some people seem to be of the impression that I should do them in chronological order, which would be Dead Money, Honest Hearts, Old World Blues, Lonesome Road. Apparently, if you do them in chronological order, it actually unlocks some more story elements in the game.
The Ziggy Piggy is here.
That wouldn't really... It would basically mean that I can't do DLC yet because Dead Money, you need to be around level 20 plus. Dead Money, if you remember, that's the one where they take all your shit away. Like, they take all of your items away. So if you have a melee build, you're good. But outside of that, you're screwed, and I don't have a melee build. I mean, my melee combat is okay, but definitely I haven't been focusing on that. So I was thinking, do the other ones first where the levels are more appropriate. And the response I got last night was, well, if I'm going to do one of those ones that's level appropriate, I should do Old World Blues, because Old World Blues has a funny story, especially if you pick the Wild Wasteland perk, which I did pick when I started the game. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe we'll do that today. Maybe we'll do Old World Blues today. We'll start it up. I thought we were going to finish it because these DLCs, typically, if I remember, they're around 4 to 5 hours long, depending on if you do everything in them. There's sometimes a lot of side questing and things you can do. So, yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll do that today. Okay? So I guess we shall see what happens as we chill today in Fallout. And if anything, what I can tell you is, man, Fallout New Vegas, that is the definition of what it's been. It's been a chill stream experience. People come to just hang out and relax because you know there's no pressure for me to get any further in the game, any session. We can sit here, we could have conversations, and I don't have to play for extended periods of time if we just want to talk, right? Yeah, pretty good. Now, by the way, I'm not saying that I'm just going to sit here and do DLCs nonstop. What I'd like to do is kind of split it up. So maybe, today we start the Old World Blues DLC. Maybe we finish that DLC, and then maybe we go back to the story for a little bit, okay? Do some story elements, and then maybe go back to another DLC. You see, maybe bounce back and forth. That way it mixes it up, and it doesn't make it seem like I'm only focused doing DLCs. And let's face it, yes, every once in a while, you'd like to see some actual progression in the real story, right? So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I hope you guys are excited, too, for the chill fun today. A nice, relaxing Fallout stream with all the foibles of the game, the hilarious glitches, the silly graphical issues. Fun! And, of course, the interactive fun. It's going to be a good time. Like I said, I've really looked forward to these streams because there is no pressure to get a chunk into the game or anything like that. It's more about us just kind of relaxing together and having a good time while we're playing an outstanding game, right? I love that. Alrighty then. So that's going to be my goal for today's Fallout stream. Hope that sounds good to you. Now later tonight, my late stream will be my weekly Throwback Street Fighter session where I play 2 hours of old school Street Fighter fun. Street Fighter 2, 3, Alpha 3. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. That's 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Always a good time. In recent weeks, I've actually taken an opportunity during these streams to answer questions about these classic Street Fighter games. So people have had gameplay questions or lore questions or, matchup questions. And I've actually enjoyed not only playing the game, but sharing that knowledge with you. These are games that I played in the arcades in the 90s and played at a competitive level for many years. So I definitely enjoy those streams because I get to share my knowledge with you while playing games that I, have some pretty good experience in. A lot of the times it's just muscle memory, and that's rare for me that I'm able to just sit down and play a game kind of based on muscle memory. But that's kind of how it feels when I play Street Fighter a lot of times. Pretty cool. So, that's going to be exciting tonight. I hope you'll join me for the late stream tonight. Tomorrow is my last consecutive streaming day of the week. This is a short streaming week for me, only 5 days. And tomorrow it's going to be the continuation of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart on the main gameplay stream. At this point, we're hitting about the halfway point of Ratchet & Clank. Which is funny, because we're about to hit the 10-hour mark, and some people said the game's only 10 hours long, because they lied. Instead of actually playing the game how it's meant to be played, looking for, secrets, upgrades, and the like, instead they raced through it, missed every piece of content that adds to the game, and just did the base gameplay and beat it in 10 hours. It's horseshit. So I would guess the game's probably going to be between 18 to 20 hours long, and so we're hitting about that halfway point tomorrow, okay? That should be a fun stream. I've really enjoyed the playthrough so far. In fact, as I said, that game has grown on me the more I play it, and the more abilities we unlock and stuff. Every world's basically kind of built upon the last world and felt a little bit better, which is nice. Okay, tomorrow night, Saturday night, the late stream will be the continuation of Danganronpa V3. If you remember, we are in the midst of a murder investigation. one of the characters was murdered in a virtual world, and we're trying to figure out exactly how it happened. I'm pretty sure I already pieced it together based on the clues and things that the game's been giving. But we'll see tomorrow. What I'm assuming is we're probably going to start the Clash trial tomorrow, which usually is pretty lengthy. So, should be exciting, okay? Then I'm off from streaming on Sunday. That's my day off from streaming this week, okay? But I return on Monday. And this week is going to be an interesting week because, number one, this coming week I am streaming 8 straight days without a break. So I went from a short week of only 5 days to an elongated week of 8 days without a break, okay? Now, this should be a good mix of stuff. For example, on Monday I'm continuing Mass Effect 3, and then I'm actually going to be checking out the Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins demo. On Monday night, the demo works, and I want to check it out. Some people have said it plays like Neo 2, others are like, no, it doesn't. So I want to give it a look myself. That demo runs till the 24th, so I said I'll try it Monday night, which is the 21st. Okay. Tuesday, that's the next session of Fallout New Vegas. That's going to be paired with a late-night stream of Virtua Fighter 5, which I've been craving to play, and I just didn't have time to play it this week, so I'm going to play it next week for sure. Wednesday, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart continuing on. And that's going to be paired with a late-night chill stream of MLB The Show. Thursday, we'll either do more Mass Effect 3 or Mario... Oh, wait a minute. I typed the wrong thing on here. I did. I meant to type more Mass Effect 3 or Fallout New Vegas, and on my schedule I typed Mario Golf. That's not correct. That's a typo. So, Thursday next week, either more Mass Effect 3 or Fallout New Vegas, and then that'll be paired with Call of Duty. And then Friday is the big premiere of Mario Golf Rush. Excuse me, Mario Golf Super Rush, the new Switch game coming out. I'm excited for that because not only is it a sports game of golf, but also it's got a combat element where it looks like between the holes that you're hitting, you got to fight each other to try to get to the other hole. It's pretty interesting. The way that they've innovated and made it something unique. So that's going to be a good variety week. And then, of course, after that, I'm still going to be streaming Saturday and Sunday, and I believe Monday. So what I'm hoping is that maybe in the next week, you know, maybe 3 more sessions, maybe we'll wrap up with Ratchet & Clank, finish that playthrough up, and then be able to focus on Fallout New Vegas, Mass Effect 3, and Mario Golf. There will not be any more new releases between now and the middle of July. So that'll give us 2 weeks to focus in on the games that I'm playing and kind of really, you know, focus on progress, especially Mass Effect 3. Pretty crazy because I've been playing it now for like 3 weeks. And yesterday I played it and I realized I'm only like 8 hours into it. I was like, what? Really? I swear I've been playing it longer. No, I'm only like 8 hours into Mass Effect 3, and everyone knows that game's long. So it'll be a good couple of weeks to focus in on the things that I'm doing. And of course, hopefully, this will give me more time to play Virtua Fighter, which I want to play. And maybe I'll start to do double streams of Danganronpa. That would be good. I'd like to do 2 a week, possibly. So we shall see. Potpourri just asked, is Danganronpa wrapping up soon? For what I understand, Danganronpa has 5 trial-based chapters. So there's 5 big murder mysteries you have to solve during Clash Trials. We're currently within the 4th. So after we wrap up this one, likely the Clash Trial will take around 4 hours. It usually does. There's one more segment of another 3 to 4 hours of you know, free time, and then another murder, and then another trial, and then apparently the game has a big finale. So we're not at the end yet, but we definitely are, you know, heading towards the final third of the game. I know I've been playing it for quite some time, but I really enjoy playing it once a week. That ongoing, you know, murder mystery mechanic is pretty good. So that's what the schedule is, guys. Now, a few things I would like to cover. First of all, if you would direct your attention to the top of the stream and take a look at the leaderboard. Memberships have dropped, but there's a good reason why they've dropped, because a couple days ago was my 1-month anniversary of being a full-time streamer here on YouTube. I used to be a full-time streamer over on Twitch until they kicked me out of the partnership program with 0 justification, no evidence of wrongdoing at all. Instead, they just did it and said, well, screw you, so screw them. I left, and I came over here. I really enjoyed streaming here, but it's like starting over. And memberships are basically the same as paid subs over on Twitch, where you get many different benefits for being a paid member, including getting your name highlighted in the chat room, getting a crown next to your name to show how long you've been a supporter, and because we hit 2 months, some people just hit their silver crowns, which is pretty cool that they got the crown upgrade already, only, you know, kind of a month in. You also get access to emotes. Right now, there's
Grow up.
17 emotes unlocked, and every 25 members, we unlock a new emote. So we were into, I believe we were up to like 187 subscriptions, members. See, I'm doing this for a month. I still got it, the terminology wrong in my head. So we
Scrub
were
that
at
away.
around
You did not earn that
186,
whatsoever.
87 members, but then we hit the 1 month anniversary, and the people who did not set up for the auto-renewing memberships, their memberships expired. Now, some of these people have not been back to the streams in a few days to renew their memberships, and
what
so
do
we're
I
down
do?
to like 160-something. What are we at now, 168? So today is the 18th
It's
of
Dark
June.
Dave's
We've
fault.
got about 12 days left this month, and the goal for memberships is 250. So let me tell you guys, as of Monday, I'm going to really start hammering it home to see if we can get people to become members here, because I really would like to hit the goal this month. That would be a good sign that people have adopted my YouTube streams. They're happy for it. They want to see it be prosperous and succeed. And also, it allows us to do a special celebratory event. The celebratory event we're going to do if we get 250 members is up to you. It's either going to be an Indies Marathon, the return of the Rageathon, or a special retrospective marathon. I'm going to let you guys vote on what kind of an event you want to see. But we have to hit the members goal this month to do it. All right? If you have not become a member to the channel yet, I strongly urge you to do so. It actually allows you to bypass
I need
slow
that
mode
money.
we have
I really
in the chat.
do. I
If
need
you're
that
not
money
aware,
to pay
we
my
have a
bills.
thing where the chat, you can only talk every 10 seconds. That avoids spam, and it avoids people trying to come in here and trying to do stupid shit. If you're a member, you don't have to abide by that. It's a special privilege that you get, okay? So, again, if you like the streams, you're enjoying the content, I strongly urge you to become a member. But you may say, well, Phil, why haven't you really focused on memberships this month then, if this is a big deal? Well, it's because this month,
It's Tevin's
I've
fault.
basically been strapped for cash the entire month because, ladies and gentlemen, I have been adjusting to being a full-time YouTube streamer and trying to make do with the fact that I don't have that Twitch income anymore. As of this coming week, it should be Monday, but it may be a few days later. It really depends on YouTube. They're going to pay me for my streaming performance last month in May. That means not only will I get paid for the super chats as well as memberships from May, but I'll also get ad revenue for May. So I'm going to get a nice big payment from YouTube coming this week. I don't know what day exactly, but until that payment comes, I've been relying solely on your tips during these live streams to pay everything. And that includes this week a large back tax payment to the federal government. That includes my utilities, both electricity and water and all of that. And funds that I'm raising so that when I go on my day off on Sunday, I have money for things like grocery shopping and having a meal with my wife, okay? So being very matter of fact and upfront with all of you, that's where everything's been going, all your support this week, okay? Now, we have today and tomorrow left before my day off on Sunday. Essentially, any tips I raise are going to go towards bills, and then whatever's left is for Sunday. So I would definitely appreciate it if you're going to support the channel today. Please tip me, okay? Even if that means, oh man, well, I was going to become a channel member. Please hold off and tip me instead. I mean it. Like, I really need the help with tips within the next 2 days. It would be outstanding if we could hit the tips goals today. I don't know if we will. The past couple of weeks, we really haven't been hitting them. But then yesterday, all of a sudden, we had an outstanding day where I hit them both streams, which was really helpful. Essentially, that paid off one of my major utilities, okay? So, please consider tipping me if you want to support the streams today or tomorrow, all right? How do you tip me? If you look at the description of the video, there's a link that brings you to my tips page. Or you could type !tip into the stream chat. That brings up the tips command. And you can tip me via those methods. If you do tip me, I will give you a live shout out. And I appreciate that very much. Again, if we can hit the tips goal, that would be outstanding. Now, come this new week, once I get paid by YouTube, I'm going to basically revert everything back to the way it used to be when I was a full-time streamer on Twitch. That means the tips goals are going to go back down to the $100 a stream like it used to be, all right? It also means I'm going to be focusing more on other ways to support the stream. It won't only be about tips anymore. It'll be about super chats and memberships. I'm going to really heavily focus on memberships to try to hit this membership goal by the end of the month. But that's why you really haven't heard me talking about it recently, because I really need the help with tips right now in the short term. But once this week comes and goes, then I'll be good. All right? So please, consider contributing to the stream if you like the content, if you've really been enjoying these chill Fallout streams in particular, that we're about to have one of. please tip me if you can. Fair enough? Alrighty. Alright, so... Really, there's not much in the realm of gaming going on news-wise. There's two quick things I'd like to touch upon before we get to shout-outs here. The first is, last night it was discovered through data mining that on the Epic Games Store, there are two interesting listings. Okay? Two interesting listings have appeared. By the way, it looks like I just received a super chat from Agility1983. He says the PS5 exclusive Abandoned is actually PT. Well, we'll talk about that in a moment, Agility. We will talk about that in a moment because this is one of the big things going on right now on social media in regards to gaming. I talked about it yesterday, and I'm going to talk about it again. Okay. Hold on. Because I'm looking, what I'm doing right now is I'm looking to see if there's been any updates. I don't believe there's been any updates in regards to this.
What do I do?
No, I'm not seeing any updates. It's been one of the hottest topics on all of social media. It really has been. Everyone's excited about it.
Do you want to play
We'll talk about it in a
game?
moment. I'm going to get to that. Thank you, Agility, for the super chat. That's actually the second topic I'm going to talk about.
What do I do?
But anyway, one of the things that happened overnight is that there was a leak on the Epic Games Store. And what I mean is the Epic Games Store is basically the online store for certain PC games. And listed on the back end of the data, if you look at this different data, there's two different games that have been listed. Final Fantasy VII Remake, as well as Alan Wake Remastered. Yes, I just said that. Alan Wake Remastered. Now, there's been rumors that there may either be a new Alan Wake or they would be re-releasing the original Alan Wake recently. In fact, 2 years ago, the makers of Alan Wake, the same people who made games like Quantum Break and recently Control, they bought the rights of Alan Wake from Microsoft outright because they wanted to do future things with the franchise. That's why they were able to have Alan Wake references and the like in the game Control, because they own the franchise now. Okay? So yeah, it's basically, when you're looking at data, why on earth would there say Alan Wake Remastered in the data of the Epic Games Store unless it was true? Why would they put in erroneous data? I mean, this pretty much confirms the existence that they're making Alan Wake Remastered. Now, of course, we have zero details. Does it mean that this game will be coming out only for PC? Does it mean it'll be a Microsoft exclusive where it's only PC and Xbox consoles? Or does it mean that they are going to be doing it everywhere? I would hope the answer is everywhere, because again, since Microsoft does not own the franchise anymore, I actually hope that this means I would love to play a modern remake of Alan Wake. Because when I played that game back in the day, I was not using direct capture. I was not live streaming. This was a game where it was very interesting. I hadn't even watched the series Twin Peaks yet. So I didn't even understand the references people were saying, oh, look, this is kind of similar to Twin Peaks in a way. Because I never watched Twin Peaks at that point. This was earlier on, much earlier on, in my YouTube career days. And if you remember, excuse me, very famously, the power had gone off when I was playing the game at the very beginning, which was kind of funny. But I feel replaying Alan Wake would be good, because that playthrough, even though people tell me to this day they like the playthrough, it looked like shit. This was me with a camera pointed at my TV trying to film a game that has massive light and darkness elements, shadows and the like, and it just looked crappy because the camera could not pick up the lighting properly. So as entertaining as people found the playthrough with my commentary, visually you half the time couldn't even tell what was going on in the game. Okay? It was certainly a different time. So, playing it today in a modernized setting with a live stream, direct capture, 1080p, 60 frames per second, interacting with you guys, having fun commentary, I actually feel this could be an incredibly good playthrough. I'm actually excited now that this is news. I just hope it will come out for PS5, because as you know, as of right now, I don't have an Xbox Series S or X. I would hope maybe it'll even come out by the end of this year. That would be amazing if it did. But I guess we'll see. Again, you would think if it's going to be listed in the Epic Games Store, that possibly the game would be near completion or near ready to be sold. I guess we'll see. But I'm very excited. This is good news. I mean, if you look at the history of me doing YouTube videos and playthroughs. Alan Wake was one of the earlier playthroughs that did really well and people really liked. It was, you know, psychological thriller and all kinds of stuff going on. It was a good game in that regard, and people really enjoyed seeing me play it. So I would love to play it again, especially because I never played it a second time. And people recently have been actually bringing it up as maybe you'll do a second playthrough. It was actually in the recent poll. People nominated and were voting for Alan Wake to me to do another playthrough of it. So, actually, now I'm happy that that didn't happen. Because imagine if I had one, I started playing, and then they announced the remastered. Wouldn't that just be the case for me? Because look at what's happened in the last few years, how that keeps happening. I play a game like Mass Effect 2 last year for the first time ever, second run, and then a collection comes out. A remake collection, right? So anyway, this is good news. I'm excited. Now, let's talk about the other thing going on, which is this big internet conspiracy about Kojima, Silent Hill, and or PT. Let's talk all about it. So people have basically now, in the last 48 hours, gone completely nuts and turned this...
Stop this!
What at first was a fringe theory about a game being developed by some indie studios called Blue Box Games. They've blown it full-blown into a ginormous, some would say plausible scenario, where it looks like Hideo Kojima is trying to fool us again by making a game and hiding it behind this kind of weird fourth wall deal. You know, everyone wanted to see Hideo Kojima make a horror game, right? We did. He made playable teaser, PT, as a taste of what he could do with horror games back in the day. And then he left Konami during the development of Metal Gear Solid 5, which just dashed all our hopes that this game would ever happen, right? But then, after the release of Death Stranding, Kojima said the next game he wanted to make was a horror game. He wanted to actually make a full-blown horror game because that's what he was going to do when basically he was shit-canned from Konami. So, Kojima has a history of hiding what he's working on between some interesting methods. If you guys remember, at one point there was a studio called Moby Dick Games, which really was, you know, his team working on, I believe it was Metal Gear Solid. I forget which one it was. But he hid it behind this fake company. He fooled everyone with Metal Gear Solid 2 because Raiden is the main character, but he made everyone think it wasn't Metal Gear Solid 2 until, like, late in development, right? Metal Gear Solid 5, he just called it the Phantom Pain for the longest time, right? So, he's done stuff like this before, all right? So, I talked about it at length yesterday. In a nutshell, I'll tell you what's going on. There's this indie company registered in the Netherlands called Blue Box Games. BB, get it? BB Games, like the BBs from Death Stranding. The head developer in charge of a new game being called Abandoned, which is supposed to be a first-person survival horror game about you being lost in the woods and alone. His name apparently translates, like, in Turkish to Hideo.
I don't care.
Okay, and he's supposed to be the head director of the game. There's just a lot of coincidences that are happening that people are now pointing to and saying, why would this stuff be happening? For example, apparently this game Abandoned has some kind of a special app, or is part of a special app to deliver PlayStation 5 trailers to the public. And they're like, why would a small indie game all of a sudden be part of this app? It doesn't make sense that some small, never-heard-of studio indie game would be selected to be part of this app delivery system. Apparently, Jeff Keighley, who everyone knows is like really good friends with Hideo Kojima,
or
was posting up at one point about how the head developer of this game, Abandoned, was going to send him trailer footage to post up. It's like, why would you have an indie game studio personally sending you trailer footage? You see what I'm saying? Like, all these little things seem to be pointing towards the fact that maybe this game Abandoned actually is a project from Hideo Kojima that's a horror game. Now, some people are saying it's Silent Hill. I don't believe that. I don't think that Kojima would ever work with Konami ever again.
Are you a functional retard?
I don't think that's possible. I don't know. You know, the way they treated him during the development of Metal Gear Solid 5, I couldn't imagine him going back to them unless he has, like, Stockholm Syndrome or something. Like, if someone mistreats you, why would you go back to where you've been mistreated, right? Especially if he can have more creative control making this game with another company. Why on earth would he be working with Konami? So, personally, I don't believe that this is the case. I think perhaps, this is something different. Now, this could literally all be nonsense. This could be, as I was talking yesterday, this could be groupthink. This could be that people want to see a Hideo Kojima Silent Hill / PT-esque game so badly. We're so upset that it never came to fruition, right? That people are grasping at straws and stretching half-truths and trying to put pieces together and connecting dots that just don't exist. But it's funny because there's a lot of people who've fallen down this rabbit hole now. Okay? Originally, I felt the evidence was kind of weak, but day by day, people seem to be connecting more dots and saying, no, look, here's another thing, here's another thing. And it's kind of at this point like, if maybe only one of these things existed, maybe you'd say, okay, maybe not. But now, there's a lot of mounting evidence, and again, it's not really evidence, it's just maybe consideration of things that could or could not be true. Basically, the real thing that people are hinging on is as follows. This company, Blue Box Games, has been tweeting cryptic things recently. One of the things they tweeted was, oh, Abandoned really has a relation to, or has something to do with a franchise that starts with the letter S and ends with the letter L. And of course, everyone says Silent Hill. And then they tweeted, oh no, sorry, we didn't mean that. It really has nothing to do with Konami or Silent Hill. We just want to make that clear. You see? Then all of a sudden they're tweeting out like, would you like to see a game in first person or third person? And of course, people are responding to that tweet. So basically what they're doing is they're trying to egg people on to get people invested in this. And the thing is, if this is not actually a Kojima project, if this has nothing to do with Hideo Kojima, if this has nothing to do with survival horror like we're thinking, okay, BB Games or Blue Box Games is going to be in such hot water, people are not going to forgive them. Seriously, like, I feel this studio will not survive because people are going to be like, you fucked with us too much. It's one thing to make a quick joke on Twitter. It's another to have this entire, like, fourth wall breaking behind the scenes campaign of secret studios and names, and you're looting the stuff on Twitter and shit. You know, I think that they're basically going to be destroyed by the gaming community if it's not true. Okay? But we don't know. It's exciting now because we're at a time where, you know, with COVID and everything the last year, games have basically been very much held up. We got games that normally should have come out by now that have been delayed significantly. We got development of pretty huge games that we've been interested in, like Horizon Forbidden West or God of War. And these games, we don't even know when they're coming out. So to get all this viral kind of news about this secret conspiracy behind a hidden Hideo Kojima survival horror game, obviously people are excited. But at the same time, I hope it's real, because if it's not, man, this is fucked up to get people's hopes up like this and get them all riled up over nothing, you know? What if this is literally just this company, this indie company, who put all this shit out there on purpose to try to screw with people because they thought that somehow this would give their actual indie project attention? I don't know, man. I don't know. So some people are surmising this is going to be the spiritual successor to Silent Hill. Some people are saying it's not Silent Hill. It's going to be like PT. Some people are saying, you know, I don't know. Who knows? But if there's any more news, I'll talk about it here. I just don't know what we're going to have. I think it was supposed to be on the 22nd. They've been teasing that they're going to give more information on this game. So maybe on the 22nd, more shit will launch, you know, and we'll try to figure this out. Personally, I feel a horror game made by Hideo Kojima would be great, and here's why. If you played Death Stranding, okay, the narrative of that game, the character work, the individual characters, the motion capture, the writing for said characters, excuse me, the deep lore of the universe, right? All those things that actually make a horror game good were the best parts of the game. By far, the worst part of Death Stranding was the core gameplay mechanics. Walking around delivering packages. The fuck was that about? Like, I don't know what Kojima was smoking, that he thought that was going to be entertainment. It wasn't. It was tedium and a lot of busy work to get to the good story elements. If that game had one of the best stories ever, and I'm glad that I kind of suffered through the very boring gameplay to get to the story elements, but man, I wish it just would have been the story, you know? So if you're making a horror game, right, where really it's the story that grips you in a horror game, that could be a great thing, man. Like, that really excites me. So, you know, hopefully it's true. And like I said, I'll be looking into this, and if there's more information on a daily basis that comes out, and especially next week. Supposedly next week is when they're supposed to have their big reveal. I think they said it was the 22nd of June, where there's going to be more information given about this abandoned game. Then we'll know. Maybe there'll be more. It'll finally be, like, clear. I don't think they're going to give it away right away. Like, I don't think on the 22nd they're going to be like, okay, it's Hideo Kojima, and here's a survival horror game. I don't think so. I think they're going to keep it up. They're going to want to keep this rolling. Now that it's becoming a very interesting topic for people who cover games, I think they're going to try to keep this rolling as long as they can to milk it for all it's worth. So I would expect on the 22nd maybe another trailer to drop for this abandoned game and maybe some more hints and stuff. But I think it's going to go on for a bit. Happy Friday to you, Sucker Surprise. Good to see you today.
No! Not him!
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. That's really all I got for news. There's really nothing else going on in news today. Let's do some shout-outs. We start off today with Snow Carl, who took me $1.30, and he says, to be fair, Phil, when people say Ratchet is 10 hours long, they mean 10 hours of gameplay. When you play for 18 hours, that includes talking to the chat, auditing tips, taking breaks, messing about. It's still 10 to 12 hours of actual gameplay. Wrong. Wrong. Sorry, Snow Carl, you're wrong. You're saying, 18 hours, including talking to chat, auditing tips, taking breaks. First of all, breaks are never factored into playthrough length for me. Never. I'm not recording during a break. So I'm talking actual hours of footage of me playing the game, not break time. That doesn't make any sense at all what you're saying. Sounds pretty stupid to even say that. Like, really, that was something dumb that you just said. Now, if you're talking about talking to chat, auditing tips, yes, that is included. And obviously, that's going to artificially inflate the length of my playthroughs. Okay, you're right in that regard. And I would even argue, if you take a look at certain games that I've been playing recently, for example, Fallout New Vegas, which we're about to play, there's been entire segments where I'm just standing here talking to you guys for a while, not even playing the game, right? And I get that. I'm an interactive streamer. That certainly adds to the length of my playthroughs. 100%, I agree with you. It was kind of the same thing with Resident Evil Village, where my playthrough ended up being much longer than a lot of other people's, right? Then again, I did look for every item in the game and almost got them all. So, that being said, you're right. There's some time added, all right? Some time added, okay? But, take a look at my playthrough right now, all right? I've taken my time to go around, look for all the lorbs, try to find all the hidden bolts and collectibles, and if you take a look, I've gotten every single one that's been available to me up to this point, I've gotten, all right? The only thing I didn't do the Coliseum world, because the Coliseum world, it seems like you got to come back with more health and more abilities, and then you could probably tackle it sufficiently. Okay? So, first world, second world, fourth world, fifth world, those are the ones I've beaten, and 100%ed them. Okay? Except, there was one golden bolt, so I was told I couldn't get. I have to go back. But, regardless, I'm now about, if you take a look at my playthrough, 9 hours into the game. Okay? All right, but you can even argue, all right, Phil, yeah, but out of the 9 hours, you talked with your chat for like an hour and a half, maybe, you know. Okay, fine. So I'm 7.5 hours into the game. I'm still got 5 planets to go. 5 fucking planets. All right, here's how you beat Ratchet and Clank in 10 hours. You ready? Here's how you do it. You boot it up, and you rush. All you do is rush through all the combat. You don't look for any items. You don't read any of the documents. You don't listen to the audio logs of the lorbs. You don't even collect the lorb. You just turbo the fuck through the game because you're a game developer. Excuse me, not game developer. You're a game journalist, and you have a deadline to beat the fucking game by. You have to rush through it so you can pump out your fucking shitty ass, completely unprofessional, unqualified review for a deadline. So you rush through the fucking game. Yesterday, someone came on my stream and they said, I 100%ed the game. It took me about 18 hours. There you go. That makes more sense. Yes, if you're actually enjoying the fucking game and doing the gameplay elements that have been put into the game, it's about 18 hours long. This is the equivalent, okay? This is the equivalent of you buying a fighting game that has a cast of 32 characters, but you only play with one. And then you complain that the game is very limited in what it is. Dude, you're ignoring 31 other characters, you fucking idiot. All that content is there, you're just ignoring it to rush through so you can review it. It's not truthful. It's not. It's bullshit. It's a lie. There is content there, okay? You just have to fucking play it. You can't ignore the content and then act like it doesn't exist in a game review and say the game is 10 hours long. That is factually untrue if you're playing the game at a rate that anyone else would, okay? So what I'm saying, like, okay, my playthrough of Ratchet and Clank may end up being 20 hours long because I spent 3.5 hours talking to my stream chat. That still means it's 17 hours long, not 10. That is too big of a discrepancy to be giving these people a fucking pass in their reviews where they're saying the game's 10 hours long. It's not. Factually, the game is not. You can't ignore the vast majority of content of a game and then claim that the game is short. You're an idiot. Okay. If they reviewed the game and they said the base story is 10 hours long, that's different from the game is only 10 hours long. Do you see the difference here, guys? That's the difference. And that's why when I'm playing a game like Ratchet and Clank and I'm enjoying it and I'm like, wow, this is cool. I want to find all the lorbs because it's adding to the background story of the game of what happened to the Lombaxes, right? This is really cool. Oh, those lorbs don't mean anything. Skip them. Okay. So you cut an hour off of your playthrough because you didn't look for the lorbs. You know, I mean, it's your fault. They're in there. They have quality, you know. Pretty ridiculous. So anyway, sorry, but no. What you're trying to do is you're trying to justify people saying the game is short. It's not. It has content that's enjoyable and adds to the game if you do it. If you choose not to do said content, yes, the game is shorter. But that's what reviewers should say, not the game is 10 hours long. That is factually incorrect. Okay. Silent Hill resident has tipped me $10, says, I want to believe. Thank you very much to a Silent Hill resident. Can you imagine if you actually lived in Silent Hill? Wow. Then again, if you lived in Silent Hill, I guess the crazy shit would be commonplace and you'd just be like, you'd be used to it. Right? Like nothing would bother you. You'd look outside of your door and you'd see like a zombie walking down the street with a severed head in its hand. You'd be like, ah, well, that's just Earl. Oh, that's just normal. Anyway, let's delete last tip because there's a bunch that came in and I need to update it. Team Ico Gamer has tipped me $10. Have you heard of a game called Velvet Veil? Apparently, Sony Insider, who was 100% accurate on leaks before on 4chan, is saying Sony is producing a new game by FromSoft exclusively for PS5 that's a Bloodborne successor. No, I didn't hear about this at all. So apparently they're making a new Bloodborne game? Well, you say Bloodborne successor. Does that mean it's in the style of Bloodborne, but they're not going to say it's canon with Bloodborne? What's really interesting to me about Bloodborne is that it's a game that absolutely everyone wants a sequel to, but they refuse to make one, right? Like, they just refuse to make a sequel to Bloodborne for some reason. I don't know why Sony won't allow it or whatever, but I think that's a game that would sell tremendously. People liked the lore. They liked the fact that it was very Lovecraftian. The dark tones, the alien. No one suspected when they were playing Bloodborne there was going to be alien invasion plotline. They thought it was just going to be like mutations and monsters and horror. We didn't think it was going to be like crazy psychological horror of humans being mutated into aliens, right? So, being that it's one of the most shocking plot lines and has some of the best gameplay of any of those style of games, it's just kind of ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that they never made a sequel. So if they're making a spiritual successor, great, I'm all for it. I just got a question, why aren't they just continuing Bloodborne? That's the plot people want to see continue. So it's very weird. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happened. Snowcrawl to another $1.30. He says if Assassin's Creed 1's story is only 10 hours long, but it takes 50 hours to collect all the feathers, is the game 10 or 50 hours long? You have to call that out. What you have to say is, the story is this long, all additional content, the game could be up to this long. That's another, for example, another great game. See, I think Assassin's Creed, people aren't going to get your reference. Here's a good reference. Far Cry. Mostly Far Cry, you can beat the story in around 12 to 15 hours. But if you do all of the open world content of Far Cry, those games could be like 40 plus hours long, right? But let's face it, the open world content of Far Cry can be some of the most grinding, boring shit possible, because that's the Ubisoft formula, right? Fill the map with a bunch of shit that isn't really meaningful, but it gives you trophies or achievements if you do it, right? That's kind of the Ubisoft formula, all right? And that, you know, I think you're right. It started with games like Assassin's Creed, but then it turned into other open world games like that, okay? So what I would argue is, what you have to say then is, story this long, actual full game content this long. That's what you, if you go to how long to beat or whatever it is, right? Don't they do that? Don't they call out, oh, base story is this long, and then if you add in all the other content, it's this long? All I know is when Ratchet & Clank was coming out, all I heard was that it's 10 hours long. I didn't hear the story is 10 hours long if you rush through it. I heard Ratchet & Clank is 10 hours long. That is false. There is way more content and way more stuff to the game. There's way more substance than only 10 hours of content. But that's if you choose to skip it yourself, which is your own choice. You can play the game however you want, but then don't complain that it's short when you rushed through it and didn't do half the content. Okay? Okay. Haha, Carl just said, Carl, what's his name? Carl Brutanamadamadalewski says Baldur's Gate 2 estimated completion time is 200 plus hours, but if you speed run it, it's an hour and 11 minutes. There you go. Okay. So anyway, T. Michael Gamer just said in the stream chat, the dude who is leaking information about Velvet Veil is the same dude who first leaked info on the Demon's Souls remake and then on Sekiro. So, apparently the guy knows his shit.
Can someone please shut up this
Right?
dude who's being a moron?
I guess, yeah. Well, I mean, that's exciting, and I certainly hope that this is true. I do hope that there is a game in the same vein as Bloodborne. Even if it's not set in the Bloodborne universe. I hope that there is a game in the same vein as Bloodborne. It would be nice if like there were ties, all the From Software games tied together somehow. But I don't think they'll ever do that, only because the rights to all these franchises are owned by different companies, right? Like, doesn't From Software own some rights, but then Sony owns some rights, right? And then Bandai Namco, I believe, also owns some rights. So all these different companies owning the different rights, you're never going to see like a crossover lore, as nice as that would be, right? Okay. Continuing on, Silent Hill Resident has tipped me another $10 and says we have an infestation of Carls here, actually. Oh, God. That's the worst infestation, when your streets are just full of roaming Carls. That's the worst. Carls who are coming in just to contradict every word you say, to say that you're doing things wrong and criticize you harshly. You know.
Look how dumb they are.
To say that Ratchet & Clank is only 10 hours long. Those are the worst kind of people roaming the streets of Silent Hill, let me tell you. I'd much rather, you know, bump into Pyramid Head than bump into like 10 Carls in the morning. Just saying.
Have some salt.
All right. Placeholder Gaming asks, what DLC did I decide to do? I think we're going to do Old World Blues. Reason being, both Old World Blues and Honest Hearts are in the same level range of what I'm doing. People are saying that Old World Blues is actually one of the more interesting ones, especially if you pick Wild Wasteland, which I did when I started playing. So I think we're going to do Old World Blues today. Unless someone has a real reason to not do Old World Blues, I think that's what we're going to start today. We do have to finish up Vault 22. I'm pretty sure we pretty much killed everything in Vault 22 already. So I think what we need to do is use the filters to clear the air in the vault, and that kills all the plants. And I don't remember if you get a reward for it or not once you do that. We have to go back to NCR base, McCarran Airfield, and we have to trade in the quest, and also I need to get my chainsaw repaired. Hopefully there's someone who does repairs at McCarran. I think there is. And then we can activate, I think Old World Blues is the one where you got to go to the movie theater to the south of the map. I think that's how it activates. I think. But that's what I think I want to do today. Habib Gaming says, how's it going? It's going good. Thank you, Habib Gaming. I'm very excited for a nice chill stream of Fallout today. I just said this. I love the streams of Fallout because there's no pressure to get far in the game. It's just relaxing, having fun interactions with you guys, having a good time. And that's way more fun than having pressure. Oh my God, it's a new release. People want to see as much content as possible. This is just a chill time to enjoy. And I like that very much. Is Boone with you in the DLCs? If I remember correctly, some of them absolutely not. Some of them your companions get left behind. But I believe in others, maybe. I'm pretty sure Dead Money, you're completely by yourself with no help. They take all your items. Like, everything's stripped. And you got to start from, like, scratch. Right? But then, if I remember correctly, I think some of them, they stay with you. I'm not 100% on that. It's been so long since I played it, I don't really remember. But Ryan Wilson says he's loving the New Vegas playthrough. I think it's relaxing. Placeholder Gaming says, as long as you're on good terms with NCR, the Mojave Outpost has the best repair in the game. Oh, I need to do that. Okay, I definitely need to do that, and I am on good terms with the NCR. That's what we need to do then. We've got to finish Vault 22. Trade in the quest back at McCarran Airfield, then go to the Mojave Outpost and get this chainsaw fixed because this thing is so sick. It's the best melee weapon so far, and I don't want to, you know, break it and not have it. So, Carlton Banks has tipped me $4.20 and says, it's not unusual to get advice by anyone. That's some Tom Jones right there. I don't know why I said Carlton Banks, but that was some Tom Jones music. Thank you very much, Carlton Banks. And then Ugly Tuna Roll tipped me. I'm going to read that in a second. I actually want to read out a super chat first because this scrolls off my screen quick. DXP did a $5 super chat. What's your favorite New Vegas DLC? Mine personally is Lonesome Road. Honestly, I don't know because I don't remember them. We're going to find out. I'll tell you in this playthrough. I'll tell you as we do them. But it's been so long since I played them all that I don't really remember them that well, and I wouldn't be able to grade them until I play them again. So I will answer that coming up. Thank you for the super chat. Ugly Tuna Roll tipped me $2.50. Thank you, Ugly Tuna Roll. And he says, Phil, what do you think about game companies taking trophy hunting easy nowadays? For example, Ratchet & Clank, find 5 gold bolts and you get the trophy, but it leaves 20 gold bolts to find. The old days were much harder. You're right. It's actually funny because Kat and I were watching someone play Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Can someone please shut up this dude who's being a
This
moron?
person was actually taking their time to go to like all the planets with the Mako, and this person was finding like the ID tags on the dead aliens on the planets, and they were actually doing looking for the Prothean artifacts that are hidden on the planets. And Kat's like, what's the purpose of all of this? Because I didn't do any of that in my playthrough when I played it. And did I miss anything? And I was like, no. Actually, back in the day, you know, the Xbox 360 era, game developers were specifically designing side content for the sake of having side content so they could put achievements or trophies into the games. And that was the case with Mass Effect 1. Most of the side content in the game is completely superfluous to actually completing the game. You can easily just go through the game doing Eden Prime, the Citadel, and then either Novaria, Pharos, Vermeer, and then I forget the name of the place where you get Liara. That place. So those 4, and then the finale, which is Ilos, and then the final Citadel battle. Like, you could just easily play through that and never need to touch a piece of side content. The side content really adds almost nothing to the game. Most of the story elements and everything you're going to get is based just in the main story mode. They padded the game with an incredible amount of side content just to have achievements be challenging, because they wanted people to feel like completionists back in the day on the Xbox 360. So you would work your butt off to try to get all of those achievements in a game, which means you had to do all the side content. You see, what I think has happened, excuse me, over the years, people have liked the idea of popping those achievements or gaining trophies, but they like doing it naturally during the course of a playthrough rather than having to go way out of their way. Now, platinuming a game, that's a little different. I think everyone expects that to get the highest level of secret unlock or whatever, you need to spend some time additionally doing it. But I think a lot of people just feel, oh man, I got this cool trophy, I got an achievement while I was playing through the story of the game, that's cool, you know? So I think some of these are being made easy on purpose, you know? But, admittedly, I do feel that if you want to get every accomplishment in a game, it shouldn't just be handed to you on a silver platter. You should have to invest some extra time or effort. So, yeah, some of these are much easier than they used to be. I can't believe some of the times when I'm playing a game, I got like 12 trophies. Like, what? I didn't even do anything. I just, you know, I just went through the necessary story of the game and I unlocked like 80% of the trophies for the game, right? That's correct. See, Battle at 9000 says a lot of achievements used to be borderline Easter eggs. That's right. Some of them were Easter egg references and stuff. So, Timbo Slice tipped me $1.30. Says, does Cat ever shake up a margarita for you have work? Last night, as a joke, my girlfriend did it to me after I closed my office door. She came with a cart. To me, it still feels weird working from home after a year and leave office and already be home. So what you're saying is, do I ever just finish with my work and my wife surprises me like with something afterward? Well, keep in mind, I've been working from home since 2011, right? My home has been my place of work for 11 years. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. Like, you know, a lot of people this last year with COVID, this was a big change for them. For me, this has been something that's always been present. In fact, back in the day before I was a live streamer, at any moment I could take a break. It was like I'm playing a game, but I'm a little bored, or man, I feel a little stiff. Oh man, I gotta piss. Just take a break. Fuck it. Stop recording, walk away, get a snack. I would do that shit all the time. Like, you guys have no idea how different my methodology of content became when I became a live streamer and I had to be adhered to the stream because there was a live audience watching. You see, I used to be like so disconnected for what I was doing. Seriously, I'd be like sitting there for like 15 minutes, like, man, this game's boring for now. I'm gonna walk away for like 25 minutes and come back. You know, specifically, has it ever happened where I finished in the office and I walk out and Kat has something for me? I mean, that happens almost every day with dinner when she's home, you see. Because that's why, and this is why some people razz me. They're like, Phil, you lived in Washington for 7 years, but you're still living on East Coast time. Because you finish your stream at 4, right? But then you say you eat dinner. Most people don't eat dinner till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. You're eating dinner at like 4. Well, in truth, what happens is I after I finish my stream, I upload my videos. That takes about 20 minutes to a half an hour. Yeah, then I go downstairs and we have dinner together between 4:30, 5 p.m. roughly. Why do we do that? Because then it allows us to have a meal between streams, you see? It's perfect. It's like you come out of work, immediately you can relax, have some food. You see, it works perfectly that way. That's why we do it that way. So, no, it's not like I finish my stream and here's a drink, but no, there's some nights where I finish up, go downstairs, see what Kat and Jasper are up to, and then, yeah, I make us a couple drinks. We have a couple drinks. We watch some stuff together, listen to some music or whatever. Yes, that does happen. So, Timbo Slices Sweets at 7 p.m., dinner's at like 5. That's not true. A lot of people eat late. In fact, in America, I've found more and more people eat later. They eat around between 7 and 8 p.m. Apparently, that's dinner time, the final meal of the day for many people. Diocletian just said, actually, Europeans eat even later than that. Wow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to end the pre-stream. I will take a brief break to use the restroom, as usual. And then we're going to boot up with New Vegas. I'm excited. Like I said, we're going to... Here's the agenda. Finish up Vault 22, which we only have like a little bit of stuff left to do in the Vault. Go back to McCarran Airfield, trade in the quest. Sell anything maybe that I found that I want to get rid of. Go to Mojave Outpost and find the repair person, repair my chainsaw, and or anything else I want to repair because I have a ridiculous amount of caps. And then we're going to start Old World Blues, which I think you start by going to that movie theater to the south of the map. I think that's how it begins. And go from there. All right, that's the plan. That's what we're doing. That's the agenda. I want to start a DLC, and I feel Old World Blues is a good one to start. People are saying you get good equipment doing it, and it's actually pretty funny. So this will be cool. And again, people say, "Oh, what's your favorite DLC?" Let's find out, because I haven't played this in 6 years. You know, I don't really remember. The first time around when I played Fallout New Vegas, I played all the DLCs in the middle of the night drunk when they released overnight on Xbox Live. So I definitely didn't remember them. And then I know I played them all when I did my run 6+ years ago. But let's do this today with a nice interactive audience. Let's have some fun together. All right? Sound good? All right. Let's take a brief break. And I shall come back in a few with some very fun Fallout New Vegas chill gameplay. Sound good? All right, everyone. Take a breather. Grab a drink or a snack yourselves. Use the restroom yourselves. I'll be back shortly with today's fun. See you in a sec.
spend a fortune on the fuel bill. Got a secret vacuum cleaner from my shirt to my pants. Sucks up ammo off the floor straight into my hands. Just gotta walk over bodies, now I reveal when I kill. Teabagging necrotic face for homoerotic thrills. Take a rocket to the face and a shot to the balls.
If I could get down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera, I would do it.
Hiding in cover behind my wall, I will hover, and in a couple of seconds I will be fully recovered. Cause I'm the shooter guy, shooter guy. Laws of physics and logic need not apply. Yeah, I'm the shooter guy, shooter guy. As long as I got my wall, I will never die. That's right. So now I'm riding the battle, explosions roaring, they rattle. All of the grunts in my unit are getting slaughtered like cattle. Stupid morons keep on running out in front of my shots. Then they bitch at me for shooting them. Who programmed these bots? Just when I'm in the zone, the murder's becoming fun. Here comes a heavy armored chopper with the big minigun. I waste 1,000 freaking bullets and it's still not down. No, look, a launcher's lying conveniently on the ground. Boom goes a rocket that I pull out of my pocket. Got an infinite stash and no armor's gonna block it. Now we got a locked door blocking the roof, but Captain Noisy has a key in the shape of his boot. We go sneaking and a peeking through the enemy base. Into the fire we race, bodies all over the place. Holding X is effective to achieve our objective. Get to the chopper is our final directive. I'm the shooter guy, shooter guy. Laws of physics and logic need not apply. Yeah, I'm the shooter guy, shooter guy. As long as I got my wall, I will never die. Cause I'm the shooter guy, shooter guy. I'm a walking, talking cliche, this I can't deny. Yeah, I'm the shooter guy, shooter guy. As long as I got my wall, I will never die. Middle class white kids rapping. It's so ghetto, ghetto. Middle class white kids rapping. It's so ghetto, ghetto.
There's a sick motherfucker on the internet called Super Hound, whatever the fuck this idiot's name is. It's Super Hound's fault.
no, someone's illegally restreaming you. Oh no. I suck so hard, man. Oh, here we go. Now he's talking about WWE champions. So he's a piece of shit. You piece of donkey shit. How about this? How about this? WWE champions. All right? WWE champions lives rent-free in your motherfucking head. I don't think about WWE champions. You do. You probably know way more about the fucking game than I ever will, because you're an idiot. You're an obsessed loser. I live rent-free in their heads 24/7.
give her a pill, and that's it, because you're just going to waste our time again.
When the night is over, my life is over. 'Cause I start thinking again about our time together. When the night is over, my life is over. 'Cause I start thinking again about our time together. When the night is over, my life is over. 'Cause I start thinking again about our time together. When the night is over, my life is over. 'Cause I start thinking again about our time together.
It's been pretty slow, not gonna lie. It's great. Anyway, you don't have to scratch my balls to smell. I have a jar of ball scent, of course, that I smell all the time. Phil's balls. Anyway, it's great. Anyway, look what happened. Anyway, it's great. Anyway, look what happened. And the game decides, oh, you're slightly off. No! Okay, guys, I'm back. Whew, sorry for the wait. I had to do some stuff around the house before I got started with this gaming today. And now I'm sneezing again. Again. It's so annoying. I'm so tired of it. Hold on, I'm going to blow my nose again. My stupid freaking nose. Hold on. This is so annoying. Oh. 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 I hate it. I hate allergies, man. I fucking hate them. Oh. I start sneezing like crazy. Like, oh, man. Don't want to fucking sneeze. I just want to play and hang out with you guys and not be sneezing like crazy. Goddamn allergies. But, oh, what the hell? Where am I? Here I am. Where the hell am I? Let's get this sucker booted up. All right. How's the Call of Duty stream yesterday? It went well, Habib Gaming. I was getting crazy kill streaks with the new handgun, the AMP-63. No, 65, MP-65. And the two new maps are actually really good. I like both of them, Hijacked and Collateral. I had a good time playing. I actually wish I had more time to play because I only got to play on Collateral one time. But I'm looking forward to more this next coming week here. Grow up. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello, Kagame. How are you today? I always get the wrong thing here. Supposed to be preferences. There we go. La la la. Does Jasper Kitty make me sneeze? No. When we first got him, yes. When we first got him, the cat dander really got to me in my nose. But then over time, I got used to it. It's just my friggin' allergies still get to me. Okay. Continue. So we should be in Vault 22. We should be wrapping up the Vault 22 stuff. Ugh. What do I think about President Biden making the end of slavery a national holiday? And it's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? We should be celebrating the end of slavery. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? You guys didn't answer. I'm waiting. Okay, let's get started. Alright, lady. Oh, OBS error. OBS wasn't ready for this shit, apparently, because it just crashed. Let's try again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. It is time for another fun and chill session of the game that I really enjoyed coming back to since you guys nominated and voted for the Viewer's Choice playthrough about a month ago. We are finishing up Vault 22, which is the vault that is absolutely overrun with plant life. Okay, we actually have to follow Keely up to the second level oxygen recycle.
Their heads.
Here we go.
24 fucking
Keely's gonna
7?
basically tell us how to like fix everything in here, I believe. Let's see if we can find her. Here we are.
Morning. Good, you're here. Ready to begin?
Yeah, let's try to clear this place out. How can I help? Here we go.
Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are toxic to humans, and we need to get rid of them. I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the vast majority of spores. There's one problem, though.
Okay.
The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited close to where it's being introduced. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Oh, and survive the resulting blast.
Any idea where the vents are that I'm looking for?
I set the gas to pump into the 5th level since that's where the concentration of spores was highest. I'd start looking there. Typically, these vaults use circular vents in their air circulation systems. Look for a wall with 2 of them almost side by side.
Okay.
There's one just around the corner outside this lab if you need an example.
What the? David says that character's ugly as hell. You do realize she's a ghoul. Her whole body is decomposing because of radiation, right? Like, it's kind of a messed up thing to say. Winner Michael Kane is saying, what DLC will be doing today? Well, I made my determination. We talked about it on the pre-stream. I will reveal it shortly here in the actual gameplay. But I know exactly what we're going to do. How would I ignite the gas?
In the area where the gas is active, any kind of fire or explosion should do the trick. Hell, even lasers would do the job. If you don't have anything like that, I've got some grenades in my bag in the corner that you can use.
Blast?
Yes, there'll be an explosion when the gas is ignited. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Now leave me to my work.
Alright, I'll do it.
Good. Return to me when it's done.
Okay. So she said the 5th floor, right? She also said in her bag there's some grenades. So we'll take those. Okay. Alright, so... yeah, she wants to blow this shit up. And I don't think there's another way around it. I don't really think there's another way around it. I think we have to do it. I do have those air filters, though. But I don't know if you use them for anything. Alright, she said to go to the 5th floor? 5th bottom floor. 5th bottom floor. There we go. Pest control. See what we can find down here. Symbol Bubble says, Boone have better improved armor? I gave him some, I don't remember what he has. Yeah, just some basic, like, wasteland armor or something. Nothing special, I don't think. If I have C4 and a detonator, use those? I don't think I do. I don't think I bought the C4. I think I have the detonator, but not the actual C4 itself. This way? Well, that ain't gonna be. That's a dead end. Maybe go to the other side. How do you get around? You gotta go through this door. Right here. This is it. You can see. Yup. You can see the gas. Boone, come over here. We're gonna shoot a missile down this hallway is what we're gonna do. I have a missile launcher and shit. How many do I have? I have 55 grenades. Let's save just in case. Oh boy. I might have to run. Ready? Ow! That didn't work. Okay, what else can we try? Let's see. What else do I have? Maybe we could... Oh! I have long fuse dynamite. So I can throw this dynamite all the way down the hallway and then run it. It's a long fuse. It'll take much longer to blow up.
Frag out!
I did it! I did it! Nice, the long fuse dynamite. I'm glad I had it. Oh! Okay then. He's like, oh, oh, that was
Are
good.
you a functional retard?
Roxanne, Just did a $5 super chat. Said happy Father's Day weekend to Phil Hoball as well. Thank you very much, Roxanne, for the super chat. Yes, all is well. Boone is alive. We did it with the long fuse dynamite. Good stuff. Matthew, to me $5. Resident Evil Village is DLC coming soon. Will you play the DLC? Depends on what it is. If it's story based and meaningful, probably. If it's throwaway crap, probably not. Well, we'll see. Like for example, I did do most of the DLC for Resident Evil 7, not all of it though. So it depends. We'll have to get more information about that. Thank you very much. We're now up to $45 in tips on today's stream. And that is much appreciated. Trying to hit the tips goal for today. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's go talk to Keely again.
Ah, good. You survived. I was beginning to think you hadn't. You'll be pleased to know that the spores should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased.
What needs to be done?
I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here.
Yeah, will it take long?
No, it shouldn't take all that long. Just a few more moments, and that's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently.
Uh-oh.
To an external source.
Uh-oh.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
No, who would have done that? I copied the files Hildern sent me here to get them. I'll say I did download some files here while exploring the vault. I'll just be innocent. I'll be like, oh, Hildern didn't ask for it. Right? Good afternoon, King Lunar. How are you, man? He said I inspired him to start playing Fallout 3. He's doing a melee build. Melee is actually very hard in Fallout 3. They made it way more viable in New Vegas. So good luck with that. Jasper is good at Habib Gaming. He's currently running around the house having some fun. Okay. Meow. Does Jasper Kivy ever sit like a sphinx? Yes, he does. And it's very cute. Okay.
Those files need to be erased. Hold out your arm and I'll have it done in a flash.
Are these files valuable?
To someone, I'm sure. But they constitute a threat to life as we know it. Now, give me your arm already.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that. I guess I'll be the good guy and I'll let her erase the data.
Glad you're thinking clearly. I was afraid to blink there for a second. There, all done. That wasn't so bad, was it? I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back toward McCarran, tell Dr. Williams that she has my thanks as well.
Alright, I got karma. So I believe, yeah, see, Brian says, if you don't give the files to her, you could have traded it into Hilder and he would have given you, experience and caps as a reward. You're supposed to be following the right thing, following the fun gameplay and chilling and relaxing. Morality-wise, and so you get karma as a reward. It's not that big of a deal. I remember you get some things. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to go back to Hilder and it's going to say mission failed. Because I can't give him the files. But I will talk to Keely, and actually Keely will give me a reward for, excuse me, not Keely. Williams. If I talk to Williams, I get a reward for saving Keely. So. Alright, we are done. Get out of Vault 22. That was a hell of a ride, huh? But I love the chainsaw shit. I never went in there with a chainsaw before. That was pretty sick. Just chopping everything up, man. Alright, we're done here. So let us now leave our lush environs and head back to the harsh wasteland by going back to Camp McCarran and trading this in. Let's do this first. Alright. Well, alright. Today's been incredibly slow. Here we go. One thing that's definitely a huge advantage in this playthrough of Fallout New Vegas is the loading times are so dramatically reduced from the original Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 would increasingly have longer loading times the more you played the game. And so, by the end of the game, you could be sitting there for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes waiting for it to load. It was a real nightmare. It's going pretty quick. I mean, what was that, 10, 15 seconds? That's no big deal. We're able to progress nicely and not have to worry about just kind of sitting around. That's it. Simple Bubble says, how long are you going to play the first DLC up to? We're doing the whole thing. We're going to do the whole first DLC well, not first DLC, but we're gonna do a whole DLC back to back. There's no way we're finishing it probably today. Those DLCs are pretty lengthy. I think some of them are like 4 or 5 hours long. So we're probably not beating it today, but we're gonna focus on it and you know, beat it. All right. So we got 2 people to talk to in here. One's gonna be very disappointed, but one will be very happy. Here we are.
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But
Nah.
wait up. Now look here. She wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those people to the vault. I've never seen his face so red and twitchy.
Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the caps I promised. I knew I had a good feeling about you.
So you get the reward no matter what choice you make. In this case, I got the reward from her plus the caps. If you give it to Hildern, you don't get the reward from her because you would have had to kill Keeley to keep the data. You see? I don't think I have anything else to... Oh, anything you can tell me about Keeley?
Keeley's brilliant, an absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
How old is Keeley?
I couldn't get her to say,
Huh.
but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years?
Oh my god.
Maybe more.
It's so weird. The lore of the ghouls is so weird. These people who were alive during the Great War when the bombs fell and somehow the radiation mutated them and now they like... Their bodies are falling apart, but they like live forever. It's so weird. Anyway, that's enough of this. Oh, the followers of the apocalypse.
My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they'd teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like. Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they
I need
can to
that money.
discredit
I
the
really do. I
NCR.
need that money
Give us a
to pay my
bad name
bills.
with the locals. Dr. Hildern trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl.
Alright, enough of this. So Hildern's gonna be pissed as shit, but I don't care.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Very charitable of you.
Alright, the data's gone and destroyed. Watch how he reacts.
Destroyed? Really? I find that hard to believe. More likely, you failed to locate the proper server.
Right. Keeley wiped that data, it's gone. I'll say the plans of the vault were dangerous, we destroyed that data.
We? We? You were a part of this? After we made an explicit agreement, you have the fucking goal to destroy priceless scientific data? The authorities are going to hear about this. They're going to know your name. They're going to know your goddamn face. Now get out of this
Fuck
office.
this guy.
Get out.
Asshole. No, I'm gonna talk to you again.
What are you doing in my office? You're not welcome here. Get out.
Yeah. So it's the opposite. If I remember, I've given him the data before, and then he loves you, but then she hates you because you had to kill Keeley in order to get the data. So there's a right and a wrong way to do it, I guess, depending on your morality choices in the game. Alright, so we finished this up. What I would like to do before we continue on, someone had told me that if you go to the what is it called? The Mojave Outpost. Apparently at the Mojave Outpost there's someone who can repair equipment, and I need someone to repair my chainsaw because I used it so much in the vault that it's about to break, and I don't want to break it, and plus I want to see if they can repair some of my other equipment that I've been using. Simple Bubble says it would have been fucked up if you killed Keeley, like she didn't suffer enough. I don't know who the repair person is, though. Mercenary. So does anyone know where the repair person actually is? In there? Rasta makes to close the door and kill Hildern. Why? Caravaneer?
Hey there.
What do I do? The repair person is. The right
what do
building,
I do?
this one?
What do I do?
Let's see. So I can find the person. It's Knight. His name is Knight. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, this guy?
Been doing a lot of good work out there, setting an example for the others. I know Ranger Jackson.
What do I
appreciates it.
do?
Ah, here we go. I need repairs.
All right then, just sign here, here, and here.
No, great. Okay, where's the chainsaw? This is gonna cost a ton. 4,668 caps. That's a lot of caps. Fucking shit, dude. But it's worth it. I mean, the chainsaw is one of the best melee weapons in the game. So I think it's probably worth it. I'm gonna do it. I did it. Damn, that was expensive. Aw, see, I don't have enough to fix the other shit now. I wanted to fix the missile launcher, but... Fuck. The only thing I can fix is the grenade rifle. Doesn't really do anything. That was expensive. I don't have money to do it. 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 Who's a vendor? There's gotta be a vendor around here to sell shit.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment.
No, there's no vendor here. No, I want to sell. I'm here to sell. There's no one who wants to buy. What's the chances of that? Okay.
Hello.
Try over here. Maybe I could sell some shit.
What do I do?
What do I have on Boom?
Fine by me.
Nothing. I took all the shit off of him. Oh, I remember. I stored a lot of stuff, remember? I stored a lot of stuff in my hotel room. At Novak. That's right. But it's not... Usually it's stuff I want to keep, so... Steal every coffee mug you can find. What's up with that?
That new face in the outpost must have come from the north. So, what do you have?
What do I do?
You know, I could sell ammo, but it's only worth 1. Yeah. There's that prototype gun I just found. See, the thing is, it's a rare prototype, but it's not really worth anything because it's low repair, see? The detonator. I bought that. I don't think I have any weapons left to sell. This... Oh, I really don't want the flamer. That's true. I don't want the flamer. It's generic. I have the incinerator. The grenade launcher seems to be dramatically better than the grenade rifle. So I think I'll sell the grenade rifle. Wow. I don't need... Oh, I definitely don't need the laser pistol. That long fuse dynamite came in handy. I'm glad I held on to it for so long. Oh, I don't need the plasma pistol. It's worth 6. I definitely don't need it. The plasma rifle? I really don't need the plasma rifle because I already have the laser rifle plus. Yeah. So I'll get rid of the plasma rifle. They use the same thing, microfusion cells. Yeah. So I'm going to get rid of... I don't need the plasma rifle anymore. I'll sell that. I'll probably find more anyway. So I'll get rid of that. Bellix says you can probably sell your frag mines. I mean, I don't use them now. It doesn't mean that I probably won't use them later. Gotta think about it. Anyway, what else do I have? Oh, pre-war money. The pulse grenades are useful on robots later. Maybe I should sell some of my stealth boys. I'm thinking about it, because I have so many. I have 6. I mean, I might need 1 or 2 at some point during the campaign, but do I really need 6? Here, I'll sell 4. 4 stealth boys. So this will give me another 1,000. But sadly, still not enough. I didn't need like 5,000 to fix the missile launcher, right? Sell the mine. A lot of people say sell the mines. Alright, fuck it. Sell them. Where is it? Another 400. Sell the flamer fuel. Haha, 800. 800 for the flamer fuel. Sell some of the 42 Sunset Sarsaparillas. They're only worth 1 though, so there's no point. Since they're only worth 1, it's really not worth it. I still don't have enough to repair the goddamn missile launcher. Jesus. You know what I don't need? I don't need anything that boosts lockpicking because I already have max lockpicking, right? So if I can find the one that says lockpick plus 10 or whatever, I can sell it. What's it called? Oh, here it is. I don't need that. The locksmith reader. Okay. Okay. You know, all this ammo, too, is pretty worthless. Because I'm not using these guns. So I might as well just sell it all.
What do I do?
Look at this. Do I still... I don't even have that. Yeah, I'm just selling my ammo. I don't need it. I really don't need it.
What do I do?
There you go. I'm going to find more anyway. You know I'm going to end up finding more. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I fucked up. I fucked up. Because she doesn't have enough money. She only has 1,211 left. Yeah. So let me sell all this crap. Hold on. She only has 139 left. What can I sell for 139? The 12 gauge rounds. She only has 67 left. Damn, I still have a ton of ammo left to sell. Yeah, I do. Alright. Alright, now let's go back to the repair guy and see what it's going to cost to repair more shit. I think it was 5,000 for the missile launcher. It's insane.
Hello.
Goodbye. Making the money? Yeah, selling the crap. I mean, I've been playing for 20 hours. I got so much ammo I'm never going to use. Why not get rid of it? I got the laser rifle plus if I'm going to use a gun.
Been doing a lot of good work.
So, yeah, 5,000. Oh my god, 5,000. That's just crazy, man. It's really the only thing I need to repair. This, oh my god, 6,300. Oh, this is, this is oh man, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can take myself to do this. A lot of people are saying don't do it. It's not worth it. It's so fucking expensive.
What do I do?
I think I'm gonna hold off. It's too much, man. It's too
Do
much.
you want to play the fucking game?
See, this doesn't do anything. It's damage plus 4. It's like no big deal. This is damage plus 106. Alright, we'll hold off on doing it. Alright, so.
Wish I had a first.
Let's save. The chainsaw was definitely worth it, but I don't know about that missile launcher. Okay.
Recon guy looking after me.
If I remember correctly, I think this is where Old World Blues begins. Let's find out. I think that's where Old World Blues begins. Hint, hint, hint. Okay. No, King Lunar, I don't remember how long my Outer Worlds playthrough was.
You motherfucker.
You have to look up the number of parts. Each part's about an hour long. So that'd be your answer.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are.
Alright, so it's straight ahead.
You
this way.
motherfucker. You are fucked. Let this be noticed live on the internet. You're fucked. And you
Data
are done.
Quest.
What do I do?
It's Dark Dave's fault.
Investigate
The midnight showing of the Mojave Drive-In. Here we go. I'll find more missile launchers later in the game. Yeah, I remember there's a lot more. It's just, you know, we haven't even hit the strip yet. So I haven't even really hit the stride of the game yet to find the better stuff. Okay, it's Super Hound's fault. The Mojave Drive-In. Here we are. What the? Did you? What is? There's a sick motherfucker on the internet called Super Hound, whatever the fuck this idiot's name is. It's a satellite. A satellite dish. It's Tevin's fault.
Look at
It
them.
is a satellite
Look
dish.
at them. Come on.
Nothing happens
You
if the
gotta be
midnight
kidding.
showing at the Mojave hasn't started yet. It's only 9:22. I guess we have to wait till midnight. There's actually a car there. That's funny. Cars at the drive-in. Well, I guess we'll wait it out. I don't remember this. I really don't remember this, so this will be interesting. Oh, shit. Oh, it's an eyeball.
What do I do?
Today's been incredibly slow. The crashed satellite seems to be the source of a strange transmission that you received. Old World Blues recommended for experienced couriers 15 plus. You have a premonition. You'll be unable to return to the Mojave until you solve the mysteries of the Big Empty. You will be able to take anything you carry with you, and you will be able to return to the Big Empty anytime after completing Old World Blues. You're up to the challenge, and you have all you want to carry with you. Examine the satellite a little closer. Alright, I guess we'll check it out. Thank you, Alberto Ponte, for a $5.30 tip. He says, nice one, Phil. Repair there is a ripoff. How do you feel today, health-wise? As you can hear, I sneezed right before I started streaming, which caused my post-nasal drip to kick into overdrive again. Which sucks. I was actually fine the entire pre-stream. And then my stupid allergies made me sneeze right as I was going to start. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's so annoying when this happens. But it is what it is. Hopefully it'll calm down during the course of today's chill New Vegas stream. It is now Gunner Glasses time. Thank you guys for the support here. On the stream so far. We're trying to hit the tips goal for today. Thank you to everyone who's contributed so far. Let me get my glasses on. Give her a pill. And that's it, because you're just going to waste our time again. All right. You lost Boone Spotter Perk. Boone returned to Novax while you do this. Okay. I'll see you later, Boone. Okay, then. Oh, no. Someone's illegally restreaming you. Oh, no. Old World Blues. Cool.
In the years before the Great
I love
War,
Hulk Hogan's dick.
Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st
Fun.
century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era.
Woo!
I'm playing a woodwind instrument. I'm
Japanese.
Fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century.
Wow, what a
became
moron.
reality
Maybe you shouldn't have just
in the
stood still.
electronic
Paid attention,
forges
dumbass.
of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome. A facility that held the labs of every science known to man.
This guy's a well-known voice actor. I recognize his voice from a lot of
It was a
stuff,
think
including cartoons.
where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their
Have some
own
salt?
war, fighting their battles at the atomic
I think someone drove a bulldozer through Phil's condo in Connecticut.
Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution. winning the war.
Oh, they have to bring up something personal about me. Well, go fuck yourself. This is the first DLC I'm doing this playthrough. Yeah, immediately negates your point when you go low blow, moron.
Schematics and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions. First, geometric, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
So yeah, imagine that, if all the best minds of the world gathered to create all this technological marvels, but then a war happened and they all died off, so all their shit just got untouched, just sitting there. They never were able to implement any of it in real society. It's pretty crazy. Alright, so, let's see here. What am I having for dinner today? Oh, we're having turkey tacos. Yeah, I haven't had it in a long time. Turkey tacos. I'm excited. I like the turkey tacos. Alright, let's see. So it says, you feel strangely heavier. A quick inspection of your body reveals faint surgical scars around your head, chest, and back. Sounds kinky. They're implanting, obviously, right? Patient gown was equipped. Whoa. Look at this.
I want to take different field.
There's the dome. I don't remember this at all. I remember very little about it. I think I remember going in there and you talk to an AI or something, but that's all I remember. So this is going to be pretty cool because it's going to feel like doing it for the first time because it's been so long. Sit on the bench. Here I am. Oh, okay. Well, nice ass. Junk, bunch of cigs. Okay. All right, it's a nice view to start. Although, you know, you're looking down there, you're going to be able to go down there and do things here, I believe. But let's go inside the sink. Okay then. All right. The sink. Okay, so we got a lot of shit in here. A reloading bench. Book chute. Look at the map. It's been pretty slow.
Business related, I still
Talk
have it.
to Sync Auto Dock. Talk to the Sync Central Intelligence Unit. Look at all this. The refrigerator. Oh, a hot plate. Making some food.
What do I do?
The Biological Research Station. Ugh. DXP just did a super chat. It says, strictly hypothetical, if you lived in Fallout in Vegas, what faction or faction would you side with personally? Oh, man. I don't know. There's a lot. Like, the NCR seem like the good guys, but then you go talk to, like, the Brotherhood.
What?
And they seem to be maybe kind of honorable. Then maybe not. You know, if you're into survival of the fittest, then you believe in Caesar's Legion, but they're kind of brutal in the way that they live. It's a good question. It's tough. I don't know what I would do. Battleduck 9000 says, I should have spent an hour just exploring everything on the balcony, looking down at it. To Big MT. Get it to Big Empty? MT. So, observation area, that's where we were. So let's look around here. Whoa. Well, look at that. Talk to the light switch. Talk to the toaster. Mentats. Fancy lads, delicious snacks. You need a key to open the door. Activate the disabled jukebox. Doctor's bag, steady and Stimpak, cool. Your safe's empty, we can put stuff in it. A trunk. I can't block, sleep in the bed. What is that, Ralphie? The Robot's Incredible Odyssey. Oh, look at that that's EDE, isn't it? That's the same kind of robot that EDE is. What the? Muggy? The hell? I don't want the drain cells. Take the mad scientist scrubs. Science +5, intelligence +1. I guess we should talk to this thing, Muggy. Let's talk to it. Personality files were damaged or missing. Insert backup holotape. So it doesn't work. It's broken. You have to find a way to activate it. Okay. Some bottle caps. Damn, explosion. Alright, what do we have here? Think tank or big empty? Enter the think tank. Alright, let's see what's in here. A strange feeling of pacifism comes over you. You find you cannot draw your weapon for some reason.
What do I do?
Okay. Whoa.
Shit.
Look at this.
Haha,
this is cool.
I thought I heard the pacification field kick in. Alright, nobody move. I'll handle this.
Oh, he's got a mouth of 2 eyes.
Intruder, you are in the presence of a mighty think tank of Big Mountain. The collective geniuses of... We... Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Was it you, 8? Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. O couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotic engineer. 8 is sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again.
The Ziggy Piggy's back! What's going on here?
Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
It's so weird. Like, it seems like all the scientists saved themselves from the nuclear apocalypse by taking their brains out and putting them in these robots. Yet that robot just had 2 different personalities.
Very
right?
confused.
That's kind of weird. Yeah. How are y'all speaking through that one voice box?
Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite. Here, in the dome. Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites. Dala, get the spray before it excretes all over everything.
I wake up here all cut apart and I want answers. Is there something coming in on the big monitor? So many different dialogue choices. Yeah, I wake up here all cut apart. I want answers.
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to. The skinvelope once containing it. If so, it's proof that there may indeed be something beyond the crater.
Oh, that's right.
Just look at it.
I remember this now.
The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
I know what it is, Dollar. I want to know why it's down here. With its limbs all over everything.
Nah.
And are those penises I see wriggling on its feet? Disgusting.
I believe those are toes, Dr. Klein. Little teddy bear toes. Penises are much larger than those tiny extremities. Not that I would know.
I don't recall the human penis ever being that large.
It depends on one's own frame of reference, Dr. O.
Oh my god.
Look at its little nose with its 2 orifices for ingesting oxygen.
Noses? Why, the great static. These lobotomites confound me with their sheer number of useless extremities.
So, yeah, I'm remembering this. So the plot is that these guys were basically all antisocial scientists who moved in here together to do this think tank. When the apocalypse happened, when the bombs dropped, they basically figured they couldn't survive the radiation, so they took the brains out of their own bodies and made themselves into these robots. But over time, things just failed more and more. So now they all talk through only the one, and they don't even remember, like, body parts and stuff like that. They thought everything died outside of their crater. They had no idea that other humans survived the bombs dropping, so they just assumed everything else was dead. That's why they don't know anything about you. They're like, what the hell are you? They don't even know that there were people who were alive. Let's see. I want to know how I got here and how I get home.
Dr. Klein, look at it. Its head movements, the primitive jelly eye monitors. It's been following our conversation. The lobotomite understands us.
I am reading my boss's histrionic findings. This little lobotomite is unusually attentive for something whose brain has been extracted.
Nonsense. Lobotomites can't comprehend us.
Ace, have you been in the mentats again? If we slow down our oral processoreceptors to understand this excretion, we'll all be rendered ignorant.
All of you, power down, shut up, and let me prove once and for all how wrong you all are. As usual. Lobotomite, do you understand me? Can you speak?
Yes, I'm guessing that crashed satellite was yours. Who are you all and what is this place? Why do I feel passive? I should be angry, real angry, and I'm not. Just say that. Who are you and what is this place?
Those were words, weren't they? In the form of questions. It's asking me questions. Is this some kind of trick?
What do I do?
Our efforts have turned against us. In playing God, we created a monster.
Perhaps as we were ruthlessly lobotomizing it with our cutters, we filled this skin envelope with awareness. A teddy bear with new stuffing.
Wait. If what you're theorizing is this lobotomite understands us, can reason with us,
then this may be just the answer we've been looking for. At last, a chance to... Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us.
Oh my goodness, there's a lot of dialogue.
It can only be...
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine!
Of course.
Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed, imprecise, kindergarten-level research methodology.
What are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? Hey, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it.
They took your brain out.
And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's
laugh sounds
regarding
like
us even now.
So when I laugh, I go,
Big teddy bear eyes.
Teddy bears? That
Ask it
sounds like
politely and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out. It might be favorably disposed to us.
Good lord. There's going to be a lot of dialogue in this one, I feel. So, let's see here. Zap64 says, downloading your consciousness to a multi-billion terabyte computer so you can defy death is the future, apparently. Slappy Chop says, Phil, is this a tiny room that you're actually in? It looks like it could be a walk-in closet or something. Yeah, actually, here's the thing. I'm actually in a huge professional-grade studio. Right behind the camera right now, there's about 7 or 8 people who are all clamoring with equipment and lighting and stuff constantly to make me look as good as I do. Behind me, this is a green screen setup. I'm actually not in this room. It's a giant, spacious studio. But that's just the magic of content creation and streaming.
What do
you
I
have no
do?
idea the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes to make this stream happen. Let me tell you guys. You have no concept, okay? All right. Anyway, only ice water. To me, $1.30 said, do I ever do IRL streams? No, I don't. I don't do IRL streams. And Jane Forever to me $1.30 said, wow, Fallout New Vegas is a pretty good game. It is. This is one of the major DLCs of it. It's its own encased entity of story, separate from everything that goes on in the Mojave Wasteland. And someone's, Hubby Games said, what's the name of this? This is Old World Blues is the name of this DLC. It's, if I remember correctly, it's one of the lengthier ones because it's all in this big empty or big mountain hollow crater. You can't leave till you're done doing it. And it takes a while. There's a lot of stuff here, I think. If I remember correctly. But I really don't remember. I don't remember much outside of the fact that it's its own encased thing. I don't remember any of the gameplay stuff we're about to do. So anyway, let's keep going.
What do I do?
You lobotomized me?
We removed your brain. Yes. So soft, barely wrinkled, yet so flush with knowledge and experience. Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
The brain's perk. Your brain has been replaced with advanced technology. Your head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction. A 25% extra resistance. Shock from bodily damage. 5% damage threshold plus 1 minimum.
Yeah, ain't no need to brag. Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the
Tesla coils in its head.
This is fortunate in many respects. If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that. Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
But I hurt all over. Can't do that. How much surgery did you do on me? I feel like a badly put together jigsaw puzzle. Let's say that.
That is my responsibility. Although in truth, the Autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the brain and I misplaced it. Other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires. Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
Oh, so your body's hollow now?
Was the heart.
The heart whisper. The scars on your chest seem to confirm what the think tank is saying. You cannot be poisoned. Filters in your artificial blood pump will regulate bleeding and healing, allowing all healing items, chems, to function at a higher level plus 25%. Robots are now confused by you and 50% less likely to score a critical hit. So, they basically turned you into like a cyborg, is what they're saying. They took out your brain and all your organs and replaced it with all these robot parts. Wow.
Oh, wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
The spine whisper, due to complications with the procedure, your spine has been replaced as well. Your torso can no longer be crippled. It's Tevin's fault. Strength and damage thresholds have been increased by 1.
Spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
You took out my brain, heart, and spine. You attracted my brain, but what do you mean misplaced it? Yeah, say that. What do you mean you misplaced my brain?
To be correct, you should say, the Autodoc took out your brain. It did all the heavy lifting. It has never worked so hard before. It was unusual. It worked so hard on your surgery, it destroyed its own memory. How odd. I bet your brain remembers what happened.
That Autodoc junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
That's really where I need my brain.
So, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush. That is the sound of flushing. By the Fisher of Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science.
Placeholder Gaming says, I realized basically they took the things from Wizard of Oz that were missing from each of the characters. The Tin Man was missing his heart. The Lion needed a spine, that's why he had no courage. And the Scarecrow lacked a brain. That's true. It's actually interesting they took those 3 unique things, right? He says something about needing technologies to stop Mobius. First you screw up my brain, now you want me to save you? Let's say that.
That is correct, yes. I hope you're not demonstrating resentment now. If you are, well, we can't have that.
Are you a functional retard? I have to sure Mobius has my brain. How the hell am I even talking to you right now? That does it. Forget this. I'm not helping you until you get my brain back. Yeah, how am I talking to you right now? They're going to say they replace it with, like, cyborg mechanical parts. Watch.
We have no idea. This line of questioning isn't important to us right now. Why are you asking these tangential questions? Stop it! We need these technologies. You need to get them. You must get them.
You are equipped to retrieve the technologies with your primitive form.
Hello, Super Batcat. Welcome to the stream, man.
It's kind of embarrassing. You have hands, and a heartbeat, sort of, and eyes, mostly the hands. There's door handles and lockers and...
Enough! We need your help. Will you help us?
It's been pretty slow, not gonna lie. By the way, we have over 250 people on the stream. Feel free to talk. I know we have a lot of people on the stream, but almost no one's chatting. feel free to have a conversation.
Hint,
You know,
hint,
I don't know why
hint.
people, for some reason, on some certain streams anyway, are a lot more restrained. Last night for Call of Duty, the chat was going crazy. Everyone's talking, having a good time. Today, it seems like people are a lot more relaxed and restrained in their chatting, but feel free to talk to each other. Okay. So all we'll do is I'm listening. Let's hear it. All right, let's hear what they want me to do. Hello, PS3 Troop. How are you?
Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to... Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, all right? 8 transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They,
Oh, okay. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, move sometimes. Or get buried. Or blow up.
Whoa, I just leveled up.
8 is correct. All we need are the schematics. This does not mean we do not want the cold, hard technology, however. So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us.
Okay, holy crap. Oh, let's see here. Aaron Murphy says, I'm actually doing the DLC in my playthrough of my own right now. That's cool. I really don't remember much about this DLC, so this should be pretty fun, I feel. Helix Vacation says he can't handle the heat wave. It's 118 degrees in the southwest United States. Yeah, the southwest U.S. right now is triple-digit record heat. And I hope you guys are all right. I heard there's some issues with electricity and stuff out there because of the grid overheating and shit. Pretty crazy. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Ryan Wilson says, I'm glad you're playing this and not Divinity. Divinity is bad. I mean, this is way more interesting. The writing and everything, the plot and the characters, everything is good in this game. It's fun. DXP says, I'm not sure I remember one of the voices is Dr. Venture from Venture Brothers. Yeah, I think so. That's what I said. It's a well-known voice actor. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, it's over 100 in New Mexico. Alright. So the cell sound dangerous, the devices sound dangerous. I was like, what are these technologies? Let's see what exactly they are that they want me to get for them.
The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies. The psychoanalytic, cardiac dampening, sneaky stealth suit. A suit like nothing this world has ever heard, seen, or could ever see.
And 8's sonic sound wave emitter projectile gun, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great bite.
I think I remember that gun and I liked using it for a while.
We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will be minimal, by our standards. If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old-world gestures lightly.
Simple Bubble says, is cereal like Honey Nut Cheerios actually good for your heart? Or do they say that so that children will eat them? When they say that, essentially what they're saying is our cereal isn't terrible for you and won't kill you. Like, if you eat a bowl of Captain Crunch every day, you're consuming so many calories and so much sugar that you could probably, like, you know, hurt yourself eating that much every day. What they're saying is Honey Nut Cheerios has enough oats and grains and things in it that it's naturally going to give yourself vitamins and things you need, and it's not going to overly, you know, poison your body with sugar and calories. Essentially, that's what they're saying. They're not saying, if you eat this, your heart will grow. And it's ridiculous. It's fucking oats and grains shaped like an O. How the hell would that happen? But they're basically saying we're a better cereal than a lot of our competitors, which is what they're trying to say there, right? Okay. Alright, so the faster I can get through this, the better. I want to get this over with as quickly as possible. What if I take my time and explore the crater? Let's say that.
What logic is this?
Nah.
Keep your filthy penis-tipped feet out of my labs and secrets. There are things here no lobotomite was meant to see. Things that would astound and possibly terrify. Terrify!
Yeah, we don't come into your lab and decant your solutions.
Only the magnificence of our monitors allow for true comprehension of the wonders of Big Mountain. Shield your jellied eyes lest they burn from your skull.
Oh my god. Guess I better get walking. Doesn't sound like my style. Help me get this done as quickly as possible. Sounds like a lot of walking.
Ah, that is correct. You must walk upon your many penised feet. Much slower than our advanced hovering robotical frames.
The little teddy bear could always run right into the pylon perimeter on its thick, turgid feet, returning it to us quickly and directly.
What the hell's with these things? Pylons with pylons. There's a perimeter. It sounds suspiciously like I cannot leave.
The radar fence that surrounds the Big Mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility.
Prevent.
The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur, along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system. But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously by your deadened perceptions.
So they're saying if you go too far to the perimeter of the crater, you'll get knocked out and brought back to the sink, which is where you are right now. That's what they're saying. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what a long conversation. I figure I would split the part because this part's now going over an hour long for YouTube. Pretty crazy. This is a long-ass intro to the DLC. I don't remember how long this DLC actually is, but we'll get into it in a second. Anyway, excuse me. Thank you guys for chilling with me so far today. Wanted to do a couple shout-outs. First of all, Calinks just hit me $3, says there are over 40 indie game demos on Xbox right now for Summer Games Fest. Would you consider to stream and chill and play some of them? It would be a fun variety day. I'm doing the demo for Stranger of Paradise, the Final Fantasy Origins thing, on Monday night. As for the rest of the demos, I am so booked with games right now, I really don't have free time to do anything. I gotta get through the stuff I'm doing, or else I'll never finish it. Luckily for me, I have one new game coming out this week, Mario Golf Super Rush, and outside of that, there's nothing new till the middle of July, so I'll have significant time to focus in on the games I'm playing. But I don't have dead days right now to sit down and do demos. I have a ridiculous amount of games I'm
Tevin's
juggling,
fault.
So. Okay. Oh no, someone's illegally restreaming. Let's see here. Oh no. Yeah, Carlton Jr., I don't know. I don't remember this DLC either, so I couldn't tell you. But he says, this is the one where everyone's a robot. It seems like, yes, everyone here is a robot except for you. You're a cyborg, and they're all robots, right? There's pretty weird. A sick motherfucker on the internet called Super Hound, whatever the fuck this idiot's name is. Crap. Thank you, Calinks, for the $3 tip. Snowgirl says, can I leave streams up and not upload streams 1 hour settings for a week? No, I already explained to you, they all get claimed. Because of the music that I play, they all get content ID matched. I would make no money on any of those streams and they'd all be muted. Why would I do that? I'd be an idiot. Anyway. Okay. Ciro Gonzalez, I play Skyrim again while I'm doing a new build. I have no idea. I don't have money to do it. I don't have money to do it. I don't have money to do it. So, likely I'll try to do something different, but then again, I can't even remember what I did the first run. So, okay. You ready to continue? Oh, by the way. So, guys, thank you to Silent... Actually, this was Silent Hill, what's his name? I believe it's not the right name. I got the wrong name on the leaderboard. It's supposed to be... Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Silent Hill Resident is the name of the person. I forgot to put out the rest of their name because I'm stupid. Silent Hill Resident is the current top tipper with a $10 tip. Thank you to everyone who's contributed so far today. We're at $55 in tips. Now, guys, it's very important today and tomorrow for me to raise as much as I can with tips because I need the money to pay bills and then for Sunday to afford to even go out and do stuff. If you can tip me today to support the stream, I would greatly appreciate it, no matter how small. Every little bit helps, all right? Please tip me if you can. It's been pretty slow. Once we get to next week and I get paid by YouTube, it won't be like that anymore. The tips goals will go back to what they used to be. You don't have to hear me harping on this constantly, but I need those. I just have to kind of, I really do. I need that really mention it a lot because I need the help right now. I really do. Today and tomorrow, I need to hit these tips goals if I can, all right? The Ziggy Piggy is here. You like the content, you're chilling. Please support the stream with a tip today if you can, and thank you in advance, all right? All right, let's continue. All right, so I can't leave. Why can't you go out there and shut them down? Great, I don't want to hear any more about that. I'll say that. Why can't you go out there and just shut them down? YouTube mode on.
I'm not going out there. It's dangerous. We're smart, not suicidal.
No, they're cowards.
What? Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look